Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. Charlize, let me ask you, you do such a good job at finding these strong roles to play. I mean, this year alone between Mad Max and this film, I mean, these are great character pieces. Are you just really lucky? Are you just really skillful at this point at choosing them? I mean, what is the process for you?
No, I do. I think I have many moments in my everyday life where I find myself really being incredibly grateful for the opportunities that I've been given. And, you know, I think that I had an awareness very early on in my career that you really are only as good as the opportunities that are given. You cannot make wine from water. It just doesn't happen. And I've worked hard, and I've not worked for many years to really try and look, when I was younger, to look for things that I wanted to do. And so this is a really nice time in my career to be able to really do the work that I want to do, and know that when I'm leaving my family, I'm going and doing something that I really want to do, and it's not for any other reason.
That's great, yeah. Well, I was also curious with Nicholas Hoult, your scenes with him in the film. Had you already finished Mad Max? I know Mad Max took a long time. Were you in the middle of it when you stopped to do this movie?
No, we had wrapped, and
okay.
Nick and I had gotten along great on the film, but we had very little to do. We were just kind of stuck in the same environment that entire movie. So when we left, there was a lot of, let's try and find something to do together. And one of the first scripts that I looked at was Dark Places, and he was the first person I thought of. He was the first person as a producer I brought to Gilles, and Gilles really liked him, and I would do every movie with him.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He's great. Well, let me ask you, Gillian, because I really love the Kill Club aspect that kind of is tied to Nicholas's character. Was there more of that in the book, and that was sort of, sliced down for the film, or?
It's certainly the way the two characters meet,
right.
And I don't know how much more there necessarily was. To me, it was just the idea of the way we all become fascinated with certain true crimes, in particular, and why communities spring up around these crimes. And I know, online there are a lot of, little spots dedicated to discussing different true crime, and so I took it the next level because I'm sort of like a sci-fi convention geek and may or may not dress up at Renfests, and so took it to that place where they were actually going. And
do you cosplay as Furioso? Because that was the biggest cosplay down at Comic-Con this year. I saw like 12 people dressed like
that. I want to see a photo of you. As Furioso. Come on, please.
Next year, next
with
convention.
assless chaps.
No, you actually do not want to see that.
Last thing I'll ask you real quick about the film. When you first read the adapted script from your book by Gilles, what was your reaction? Did you give any advice at all, or just sort of take his view of it?
I was really thrilled with it as an author. You want to know that your book's in good hands, and at the time I was finishing Gone Girl, so I couldn't have even adapted it if I wanted to, but I had such a great feeling about Gilles, and he was so faithful to the book in all the right ways, but not overly slavish to it, which we also know can lend to poor films too. So I felt like he picked just the right parts to dramatize and capture, and so he kept me very involved. He and I met in Kansas City and drove all around so he could get the feel for that area, and he was very dedicated to getting it right and keeping the tone and the truth of the book there.